into it. What? Let me see that photo. It's true. These certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Fey, are you satisfied? The judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. What is she doing? Is there a contradiction? It doesn't work. Melissa Foster, looks like you finally betrayed yourself. What? You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers, but even so, you knew about the scratches? The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? Finally, I finally got her. And hello there, Lilla. Welcome. I'm getting pretty tired waiting over here. Perhaps it would be faster if Miss Fey explained herself. Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was... She put the corpse in herself. There's only one way that the witness had a chance to see those scratches. Yes, what is it? Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of the car was Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it? That's ridiculous. I would never... It was a man in the prison garb. He's the one who did that. I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Miss Fawless was the one who put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open. Yeah, this girl is just like, yeah, kill all the people. But he stole the car. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at the red light, which means that the key would have still have been in the ignition. Oh, I see. She is incredibly annoying, yes, but it's not the first time we've seen her, technically speaking. Chronologically, this is her first appearance, but this is the second time we've seen her in this game. Yeah, she is definitely worse. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we'll never uncover the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Fawless that put the body in the trunk. No! Preposterous! To even suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo she took? The corpse could only have been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. We already know at the time she was taking photographs. Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think so deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself. Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. Why? It's almost as if she brought this camera just to take this picture. What are you trying to say then, Miss Fey? Then, when the crime occurred, Miss Foster was in the field as she claimed? Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly, she was not in the field. Would the defense please explain further? Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? In answering that question will also make Miss Foster's true identity clear. Well then, please answer the question. Where was Melissa Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred? Oops. Oops. I misclicked. I was supposed to check the court record. I guess we can't click do the court record. Well, she is here. Naturally, the witness was right here. Oh, but that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. Order, order, order! Miss Fey, what on earth? Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean there was no time to put the victim into the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim. How asinine! Of course Mr. Fawless was met with a victim. There's only one person with the opportunity to put the victim in the trunk. That's the same man who killed her, Terry Fawless. Apparently this girl, and it's not the first time we've had someone try to flirt during a trial. We have had so many witnesses try that. What was your nickname for oh, what's her face? The pink lady in the first game picks. Was it Miss Titty? Yeah, April May McBig Tits. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness photo was taken, the victim was already dead. Yes. I mean, I'm not disputing that, Pix. April May was not shy about using her assets. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne. What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo? It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness. Just wait a few years until Felix starts pulling stuff out of his ass on you. It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Fawless met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster. Me? Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the day of the mountain. Mr. Fawless himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne. But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped him get convicted. But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in the federal penitentiary. Yeah, this case is kind of memorable, but we'll get to that later. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore. You're just making this up along as you go. Where's your proof? I got it all right here. This is the piece of evidence that will blow the case wide open. The victim's note. Mr. Fawless had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification, namely this muddy scarf. Ah. It was Mr. Fawless who requested that she wear this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you're wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster? No! Oh. Where's Miss Foster? She is collecting herself in the lobby. She fainted, yes. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up this, the camera to snap a fake photo of them together. The only question is, why did she do it? Well, isn't that obvious? She's a real culprit.
Right. Wasn't there an achievement for this or something? Let me see.
What?
There was an achievement for this, I think.
Huh? What are you going on about? Oh.
I believe that...
She's a pervert. She's being a pervert over here.
I remember there was an achievement.
She's being a pervert with Neo Automata. Well, whatever.
It's too troublesome. I'm just gonna skip it.
Perv.
What? I just remember there was an achievement for it. I was like, oh, right.
Ha! Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both awaiting their respective lobbies. Yes, Your Honor. Understood. Hello there, Tovlin.
Yes.
Very well. This court is in recess. And that is where we'll end it today. And I think this lines up perfectly with the amount of things that we have left. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 segments left. I think we'll have time. Yes, we will have time to actually do this entire thing before Ori and the Blind Forest comes along. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're just coming at the end where I should be ending in like 15 minutes, so I'm gonna cut it short here. My thought is death. So tomorrow then, we will continue this this here case, this whole prelude for the last case of the series. Ori and the Blind Forest has amazing music, yes, and I will be streaming Ori and the Will o' the Wisp on release.
Let's have
so that'll be amazing, fun. And thank you for the follow there. That is very much appreciated. So we have 10 segments left, which means that there are about 5 more streams of Ace Attorney. And thank you there for the follow, Lilithary. So if I have this all collected up, we will finish Ace Attorney on the 4th of March. And then we will have about a week until Ori and the Will o' the Wisp comes. And which means we will be quite on schedules. I have one stream with where I can do something that I don't know quite what is it. I've been contemplating a one-shot that Posse has suggested for us. But that's how it's going to be. And I can tell you all to look forward to this ending, the ending of this case, and the beginning of the next one. The opening section of the next case is absolutely amazing, and don't miss it. Seriously, don't miss it. You're going to love it because it features some characters that you are going to adore. So we have starting tomorrow at 6:30 Central European. For those of you who have just started to follow me. And the camera is, of course, working as it should, so give me a second. There we go. So yes, 6:30 Central European time, I go live. And the reason Felix is in the hospital will be explained later. Yes, most assuredly. So you're just gonna have to catch on for that. There is a good reason for why he's there, and it's going to be. You're going to thoroughly enjoy why, and you're going to scream at me for not finishing it because of the timings. So yes. For Friday, there's of course Fire Emblem with more Fire Emblem from the sofa with Tenho, provided she is not sick at the time. That is a whole caveat thing. I can't think of anything else really. So, for our ending today, I will do as I promised, and I will ship you all over to Mina. I think she's playing Toho dance, the puppet dance something. At least that's what she's been playing for the last long time. Yes, of course, it's Life is Strange on Sunday. How can we forget? We are obviously finishing Life is Strange on Sunday. Sunday at 2 o'clock, Central European as usual. And I have decided to start doing more regular streams on Sundays with more like adventure games and like story-driven games. I'm considering the likes of The Longest Journey to take the place of Life is Strange when we're done with Life is Strange. Because the Longest Journey series is amazing. It's super long though, but it's amazing. I will, however, need a strategy, a guide on how to do it, because some of the puzzles are super obscure, and you will all sit there and just scratch your heads thinking, how the hell are you supposed to figure that out without any references? It's crazy. Yeah, so for those who are unaware, the Longest Journey are it's a so the first game it's like. It's super old. It's from 2000, somewhere 2000s, and it's some pretty obscure adventure game. Dreamfall is a really good game, except for the combat thing, because it has a forced combat mechanic thing going for it that is just awful, but it's a good game. And then you have Dreamfall Chapters, which is just super good. So you can all look forward to that. But they will span the Sundays going forward. And it's a very long, like, story-driven experience, so with a good, like, collective narrative. So I am now going to ship you all over to Mina now. Let's raid Mina. She's playing Toho Puppet Dance Performance, and I hope you will all enjoy it. Thank you for watching tonight, and I hope to see you tomorrow. And yeah, remember to pat Mina. Just pat her. She will thoroughly enjoy that. And what else? I will notify on Discord as usual for those who needs like times and stuff. So there's that as usual. So you can forget for the notifications, because I stopped using. I mean, I know I have Twitter and Facebook down below, but I don't really use them anymore because it's just more convenient to use Discord. So there's that. But yes, to Mina we go. And no, we're not done with it yet, fair and well. We have started just on the first court case, but now I'm sending you all over to Mina so she can enjoy some head pats. Remember, don't at her, pat her. She will enjoy that. Take care everyone, and good night.